Hey guys, Steve here with TheFitnessHub, and I just want to do a video basically about the guys with the New Year's resolutions, or the girls, who come down to the gym and they want to get in shape for 2013. It's a New Year's resolution. And normally you think, oh, it's going to pack up the gym, it's going to make it all busy and go on, how am I going to get my session in? But in reality, you want to be saying, come on down guys, come on down, join me. If they're going to be good lifters, if they're going to do things properly, then why not? More the merrier. That's what I say. So what have I've been thinking, how can I make this simple? How am I going to make them good lifters? How am I going to make them part of the bodybuilding community, or part of which you want them to be of? Well, 2013, what about 13 tips for success in 2013? So, the first thing I recommend you do is learn how to lift. And what does that mean exactly? It means looking at good form and replicating that. And that means start light and then build your way in. So a good place to start is look at Macronutrients videos on YouTube, or even purchase Starting Strength. That'll give you some very basic, great moves, and it will break them down to you exactly how to perform them properly. I don't know, it's a big pain in the ass for me to see people performing lifts that could potentially injure them or harm them, or they're not getting the muscular contraction that they're looking for. So if you can learn to lift properly, you're going to save yourself a bunch of time. Tip number 2, although I'm saying start light, once you've got that form nailed, progress where possible. So that'd be extra reps, extra sets, or increasing the weight. Tip number 3, along with that, I want you to keep consistent. You really want to be training each muscle twice a week. So that means you're doing lower body twice a week, upper body twice a week, and using each muscle twice in that week. And as long as you keep that consistent, and you're consistently trying to progress and keep good form, you are going to do wonderfully in the gym. My next tip is, although I say to keep consistent, I want you to take breaks. Make sure after, say, a month, you make sure you have a little deload, they're called. This means using either less volume or less overall weight. This will allow you to keep progressing, which is really key. And so long as you keep doing this, that is going to really help build upon your goals. I think something that's a great idea, and is my next tip, is to make sure you make note of your workouts. And with that, make note of if you've made a personal record or you've now got a new 1 rep max. And this will keep you motivated and will hopefully make sure you're keeping consistent, and also help you to progress within the gym. My next tip is to pick exercises that you enjoy, because if you try and do exercises that you don't enjoy, you're probably not going to want to go to the gym. You don't want to be looking at it as something you don't want to do. So make sure you're hitting all the muscles correctly, but if you don't like squats, then maybe you do a leg press, or if you don't like doing pull-ups, maybe do a lat pull down. Just little variations that can make sessions much more enjoyable for you. Something I think is great is to go with friends, so that's my next tip. Make sure you can try and go with a friend, or have a friend who's also doing a similar thing to you, so you can talk to them, interact with them, and find out how they're doing, so you can keep each other motivated. And again, that will build into the other tip of keeping consistent and making sure you progress, because you will hopefully be competing a little bit with them. Now that is an incentive to progress. My next tip is to make sure you have a goal, and a great way to do this is to break it down into monthly goals. So say you want to lose 2 pounds a month, or you want to gain 2 pounds a month. Like, you just set that goal, and each time you hit that, make sure you reward yourself, because again, that will keep you consistent, motivated, and will keep you going. But make sure you have something in mind that you want to achieve at the end of everything, because that will keep you driven to keep consistent and keep going. My next top tip is, along with having a goal, is to be realistic. Don't think, oh, I'm going to gain 10 pounds of muscle in 4 months. That's a bit unrealistic. You have to keep if you're going for muscular gains, keep it realistic. Keep it to £1 to £2 a month. And if you're looking to lose weight, I wouldn't recommend losing more than 2 pounds a week. So that would be 8 pounds a month. That would be a very realistic and quite achievable and healthy thing to do. If you try and set an unrealistic goal, you're likely to get demotivated and stop going to the gym, and that's not the best thing for you to do. Try and keep it realistic and then achieve it and reward yourself. My next top tip is to keep compound movements in there. Although you might want massive biceps, you might want a massive chest, you might want to do tons of flies, cable flies, and tons of bicep curls. Keep in mind you want to keep working every muscle twice a week, and then keep those compounds in there because they are the primary lifts that are going to get you what you want, and that is in shape. So keep in squats, keep in deadlifts, keep in bench press, keep in overhead press, keep in these compound movements that are really using several muscles to stabilize and push that weight. Track your progress is my next top tip. Take pictures every couple of weeks to make sure you are progressing towards your goal. Make sure to weigh yourself every couple of weeks or every week and just take an average measurement and just make sure you are progressing towards the goal you want to achieve. If you really want to, take measurements of all of your, say, your biceps, your legs, your calves, your chest, and then measure that every month or so. Make sure you're progressing because that will keep you progressing towards your goal and keep you motivated once again. A huge top tip for me is to track your macronutrients. And what are macronutrients? That's protein, carbohydrate and fat. And you want to do that by tracking them on your food, on the nutritional labels, weighing your food out. This might sound like a lot of effort, but when you have applications such as MyFitnessPal, it becomes really easy and very day to day. At first it might be difficult. If you don't want to track your macronutrients, you really want to try and eat moderately healthy. Don't go excessive like crazy. Don't eat uncomfortably low or uncomfortably high. The easiest way to really hit your goals and achieve a weight loss or a weight gain or a certain physique is really to track your macronutrients. And you need to discover what your macronutrient goals should be. And I've got a video on diets and how to set up a diet, and that will really give you some great macro goals to achieve. And with that, my next top tip is to watch my videos because I have a lot of information out there and most of it, if not all of it, is very good. So if you follow those, then you're bound to succeed. There are also other great channels on YouTube that you can learn from within the fitness community. I won't reel off names because there's a huge long list, but check out what information there is out there on offer. So if those 13 top tips for 2013, you can't fail but succeed. I really appreciate you watching these videos. Please subscribe if you like my content. Please comment, ask me questions, and share my videos. Thank you very much.